Welcome to this edition of the Coach's Corner. I'm Wes McKinney here today with head men's and women's track and field coach Mike Cox. Coach, good to have you on today.
Happy to be here.
Start with the men's program first. It just recently wrapped up the indoor season. R.J. Anderson earning All-American honors in the 60-meter dash. Talk about the experience of being at Nationals for both you and R.J.
It was definitely a great experience. I mean, last year R.J. made it to Nationals and didn't have the opportunity to compete due to a hamstring, issue. So, he at least had been there and saw what it was all about. So I think that was definitely an advantage. Was seeded 7th coming in, qualified 7th, and then finished 5th. I know he always sets very high goals for himself and, pictured himself winning that thing. And I knew it was definitely a shot that could happen. Unfortunately, he came up a little bit short, but still ran 2 great races. And we came home with hardware, and he's going to have his picture up in the lobby for the rest of his life. So, I mean, it was a great experience, great opportunity for him, and he took advantage of it, and just very happy, very excited for him.
Okay, now other athletes had outstanding performances during the indoor season. Robbie Peters breaking 15 minutes in the 5K, Jeff Fertig just barely missing out on Nationals. Talk about those 2 guys, and then also maybe some other outstanding performances during the indoor season.
Yeah, Jeff popped a national qualifier there right out of the box there the first meet, which was exciting. We tried, a few more times to improve that mark and just came up a little bit short. But he did make the national list, which was exciting and was, fairly close to making it there. So, that gives us hope and excitement for the outdoor season to hopefully, not only make the list but to make it in. Then looking at Robbie Peters, I mean, he had a great indoor season. Just barely over 4:20 in the mile, a PR there, broke the school record in the 3K, was like 11 seconds off the provisional list there in the 5K, going under 14, just missing the school record in the mile and in the 5K. Again, that also is exciting for the looking for the outdoor season to hopefully, make the list, and who knows from there.
Okay, now I'm kind of focused on Braden Roberts here for a second. Just a freshman has come in and just made a huge impact. Almost broke 50 seconds indoor in the 400. Also a really strong lead leg in the 4x4. Just talk about what he means to the program.
Oh, it's great to get a young guy to come in and make an impact right away. I mean, you can build off of that. You can continue to grow off of that. It's going to light a fire into some of the upperclassmen to try to help them make them want to be better. So we can continue to grow and build off of something like that. And I'm very excited, very happy to have him here, in the running events and as well as the long jump. I mean, he's going to score, a good bit of points for us in just his freshman year. So that's definitely a very, very exciting thing.
Okay, now that indoor is over, you've kind of turned your attention to outdoor. Already 3 meets in the book for you guys. You've had Nicholas Seno, strong 10K. First meet, Brad Dugan just barely missing the school record in the steeple last weekend, and then also Jason Brackett's strong effort in the 400-meter hurdles already. Talk about what it means to have these kind of performances already early in the season.
Well, I think it's great. I mean, you look at our season, and it's outdoor season is such a short season. So I mean, we're gearing everything towards obviously the outdoor season. For those who are obviously not making the national meet, we're gearing everything towards the outdoor and for conference championships. So those guys have laid a great foundation for the first meet out. Really, Dugan just being off of that school record. I mean, that's definitely a possibility for sure. Nick's sitting comfortable now in the 10K at 4th. That time should really get him into conference, so he doesn't really have to worry about another 10. We can look at the 5 at Duke to run. And then, Brackett keeps chiseling away at those 400 hurdles, 56.1. So excited about him, having the possibility to break a school record there, 54.04. I think that's definitely conceivable.
Okay, now kind of maybe lost in the shuffle a little bit. RJ just coming off his All-American performance, comes out first outdoor meet of the season, and already qualifies provisionally for the 100. Just discuss his ability to come back so strong after maybe a little bit of fatigue at Nationals indoor.
Definitely. But I kind of pictured it that way, in a way. You gear so much up towards one thing, which obviously we did for indoor nationals. So his body was very, very rested and very ready to go. So I had a feeling that we could come out that first meet and pop one, And lo and behold, it did happen. I mean, he broke his own school record of 10.5.7. He broke it in trials, and he broke it again in finals, finishing third down there at the Coastal Meet Shamrock Invitational. So that was very exciting. I'm not surprised at all. Like I said, I was kind of hoping that's what would happen, and kind of had a feeling that could happen that way, and just glad that it did. That time last year was right on the bubble of getting into nationals, but this year it was down in the 60 indoor, so that time may get in. But I would say it's safe to say he's going to run faster than 10.52.
Okay, now kind of shifting away from the guys and into the girls program. First, discuss Casey Ord's performance during the indoor season. It seemed like every weekend she was just breaking a record, long jump, triple jump, or whatever. But also talk about her transition from the softball to being able to perform so well in track.
It was very exciting to have her join us. That's for sure. Some of her athletic ability. She had a great high school resume as far as track and field goes. I mean, it was a great resume. She's jumped far and ran fast. So I think just her making the adjustments and getting back into the groove. I think there's still more in the tank, and hopefully we can continue to get that out of her. But she's done an extremely great job. Okay,
now discuss the effectiveness of the girls 4x4 throughout the indoor season, and obviously you guys broke a school record indoors.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that was exciting. Again, it's just showing hard work and putting it together when we needed to put it together, and even putting it together when we were in our really kind of our work phase, being that it was indoors and we're still looking down the road. So that's promising. Promising there too for our 4x4. I mean, we went 354 last year outdoors, and we didn't lose anybody. So it's exciting. I mean, you got six girls there. So when we have somebody goes down, we can put somebody right back in. Obviously we didn't have Shawnee because we were redshirting her. We didn't have her indoors on that relay, which probably would have gone a little bit quicker even. If I have no doubts it would have gone quicker, for sure. But they still did a great job with the girls we had that were obviously competing and not redshirting. So it was exciting.
Okay, now one of the girls that's on that 4x4 team, both indoor and outdoor, was Megan Savioli. Had a real nice indoor season. As a coach, what do you expect from Savioli in the outdoor season?
I mean, she's really coming into top form right at her senior season and looking spectacular. She works really hard. I'm very excited for her and happy for her. I mean, she's PR, and I mean, she just set the school record in the 400 hurdles actually at the Shamrock Invitational. Look at that, she broke her own record there, 65-1. She's leading, or 65-1. Yes, she is leading the conference in the 400s and is sitting second in the 100s. So our lead leg on the 4x4, just a very dependable athlete. Again, really hoping she has a great outdoor senior season here, goes out with a bang, and I don't picture it any other way really for her.
Okay, now you already touched on her performance, but also some impressive results early in the outdoor season. Rachel Williams last weekend, PR in the 5K, also an automatic conference qualifier. Lydia Powell, also nice 400 effort there. Talk about some of the girls' efforts so far in the outdoor season.
Yeah, it's been good. I mean, Rachel Williams PRs in the 5K. She gets a conference qualifier, as well as Lydia Powell's keeps chiseling away at that quarter time for her. Courtney Van Adder PRs in the 10K. Gets, hopefully that time will get her in to conference as well. She hit the B standard. Chelsea Calloway sitting at the top of the leaderboard there in the conference of the steeplechase. Shawnee Carnett hitting the qualifying national time there, coming right out of the box too. So, it's exciting. I mean, I think we're right where we need to be, and we're going to continue to keep working and hopefully keep doing better again, because outdoor season is short, and conference will be here before we know it.
Okay, now you just talked about it, but you redshirted Shawnee indoors, and then the first 800 of the season, runs 2:12. Gets her into nationals provisionally as of now. Discuss what followers of the program should expect from her the rest of the season.
We're going to look to repeat as a national champion in the 800 meters outdoors. that's the number one goal. Right now, hopefully we'll hit a provisional or even even better in a 15. Possibly the 400 as well. I mean, which was really close in the 4 last year. We've been really focusing more towards the 815 more so than we have anything shorter than the 800. And then with our ultimate goal, looking to try to qualify for the Olympic trials in June. So I'm excited. I mean, training is going super well. We've increased the volume for an extended period of time here. She's been running races very tired and still performing very well. So when we cut back, we go to taper. It's hard to tell what'll happen.
Okay, now just a couple questions about the program in general. What's the roles of the assistant coaches? First off, Coach Sheena Spencer, and then also Coach Arthur Jensen.
Yeah, I mean, they both are here to help us be better and promote Concord and help our athletes improve and be the best that they can be. Obviously, Sheena's more of the hurdle, sprints, starts. Working on blocks and that type of, in that area. And then Arthur obviously is over the throws.
Okay, now in past years, mainly the sprinters have just kind of hit the weight room, but obviously this year, Coach Jesse Miller is kind of the strength and conditioning coach for Concord. How does the addition of Coach Miller and a regular weight room routine help the program?
Oh, it's astronomical. I mean, you're going to improve, a ton. If you've never lifted and you go in the weight room, you're going to be sore at first. But I think in order to have a successful program, to be a highly trained athlete, that the weight room has to be your friend, regardless of if you're a sprinter, if you're a distance runner, if you're a thrower, it's a no-brainer as well. So having that available to us, I mean, we may be the only school in the conference that actually has a full-time strength and conditioning coach. I know Arthur's worked. He's been in charge of our weightlifting program, and now that we have Jesse, they've collaborated, with me and all of us, and we've put together workouts for, each group per se, for what we feel is appropriate and necessary to help us, gain speed, gain strength, gain endurance, to be better.
Alrighty, Coach. That's going to do it for today. I appreciate you coming on today.
Definitely appreciate you having me anytime.
Alrighty. Like I said, that's going to do it for this edition of the Coach's Corner. I'm Wes McKinney.